We're here to bring a new type of news show.
New insights, new styles, and new topics every day. We are News Generation.
Bring news just for you. It's Thursday, December 26th here in Seoul. I'm Song Yujin, and you're watching News Generation. Today, we're joined by Park Ki-un.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us. And Im Sang-yeon.
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. Now, both here to speak on behalf of those in their 20s and 30s. So, we're going to begin with our keyword news of the day. Today's keyword is Harbin. The Korean film Harbin, starring Harbin, has already hit a box office total of over 1 million tickets at domestic theaters just 2 days after its release. Data shows that on its premiere date, Christmas Eve, 380,000 tickets were sold, and the film surpassed the 1 million mark yesterday afternoon. Now, this pace matches the success of the second and fourth installments of the Roundup series, both of which reached over 10 million tickets sold at the box office. Harbin is a historical drama centered on the story of independence activist An Jung-geun, portrayed by Hyun-bin. It follows his mission to assassinate Japan's first prime minister and Resident General of Korea, Ito Hirofumi, at Harbin Station in China. So have you watched the film, or do you have plans to, and why do you think this film is attracting such a huge crowd to the theaters?
Well, I haven't seen it yet, but if I get to, I'm definitely willing to see this film. So these films actually portray the national heroes who fought for the Korea's independence back in the days, and I think the message deeply resonates with the Korean people because South Korea was under Japanese invasion for around 35 years, and national patriots fought to make Korea independent once again. And this movie, like you said, Yujin, is about An Jung-geun, a national hero who assassinated Ito Hirofumi, a Japanese politician who led the Japanese invasion to Korea, making many Koreans suffer at the time. And by watching this movie, I think we can also remember the noble sacrifice of our ancestors who tried to fight for our country.
Right, and we talked about this on NewsGen last week, but the film has garnered huge attention even before its premiere. And we talked about one possible reason being that An Jung-geun, when he carried out this assassination, he was only 31 years old, which is quite similar to the age that we're in. So Ki-un, then, did you watch the film, or do you have plans to? What do you think?
I do have plans to watch it, probably like early next year, because we only have a week left
right.
for 2024. But it's great news to see a Korean film do so well in the box office, because we did have a very long dry spell of Korean movies doing well in the movie theaters. And also, like you mentioned, it already did premiere in the Toronto International Film Festival back in September. And this film festival is already known for inviting and showcasing, big hit movies that are expected to do so well. And it's great to see that this movie is already doing well. And also, the director Umino, he's already a very well-known director, as he already made movies like 남산의 부장들 or The Man Standing Next in English and 내부자들 series, or Inside Men, which were movies that I really like because he touches upon a lot of historical events in terms of like society and also politics as well, which also very much resonates with a lot of Koreans. And also the production team is a team that made 12 the Day as well. And this movie also surpassed the 10 million mark, which is a significant mark of success here in Korea. If you surpass the 10 million mark, it's just like
it's a
big hit in Korea. So I deeply hope that Harbin also reaches the 10 million mark, and I will help the movie as well by watching it very soon.
Great. I think the movie will reach 10 million ticket sales soon, so we'll bring you the updates here on NewsGen as well. And that was our keyword news for this Thursday. So now we're going to move on to our main discussion of the day. Today we're going to focus on the latest cultural trends among young Koreans. Take a look at the screen to find out more.
We're just a few days away from 2025. The end of year season is typically a time when people are busy meeting friends and family, attending year-end parties, and celebrating together. How are you planning to say goodbye to 2024?
Right, so yesterday was Christmas, and next Wednesday marks the start of 2025, a new year. So wrapping up the year, how are you spending the final days of 2024?
Besides work and spending quality time with friends and family, I really plan to sit down and look back at the year 2024, especially at my calendar, to see all the things that I was able to achieve and wasn't able to achieve, and all the highs and lows. Because I think, obviously everyone has their own list of resolutions for the upcoming year.
Right.
But I don't think I really had a clear and specific goals written down for this year from last year. So the next final few days seem like the best time to really jot down all the list of things that I want to achieve, want to get started, and perhaps try something new for once in like specific time frames, because usually people just write, read more books, but they're not really
Work out.
specific or detailed,
Right.
like lose weight, go on a diet, but they're not really detailed or specific about how much they want to lose weight or when they want to lose all that weight. So for once, I want to be a bit more specific, articulate about what exactly I want to achieve. So that's something I plan to do for the past few days.
Then can you share with us one detailed specific goal you have for
One
2025?
could be like reading at least 2 books per month.
Oh, that's a
Not
realistic
throughout
goal.
the year, but per month. By setting that specific time frame, it kind of motivates me to actually, or forces me to do something that I really need to do in life. And I think that's just one example. And in terms of exercising, not so much like losing specific amount of kilos. I think it would be like going to the gym at least 2 or 3 times a week.
Right.
So I can actually can check it in my list.
Yeah, and even that goal is really difficult to achieve.
Right, definitely. So Kyun has to be reflecting on 2024 and he is setting up his new goals for 2025. Then what about you, Sang-hyuk?
Drinking. Drinking. Well, I've been busy recently, so right now I'm trying to catch up with my friends and families by having year-end gatherings and parties. A few days ago, I had Christmas party with my friends, and by this time of the year, like Kyun said, I try to make plans for the new year. And for now, I am just taking a deep rest that I really deserve, because from September to December,
You were really busy.
Yeah, I've been really busy,
Right.
and I've been also working even on weekends. So right now, I'm taking time off.
You are enjoying a well-deserved rest.
I
What
really
about you,
deserve it.
Eugene? Do you have
Yeah.
any plans?
Well, my plan for the rest of 2024, I'm actually working. I'm telling this to our viewers for the first time, but I'm actually working on a documentary on Hangang winning the Nobel Prize in Literature this
good for
year.
you.
For Arirang.
Yeah, for Arirang. So
awesome.
it's gonna air this Saturday at 10:30 a.m.
Okay.
So please stay tuned. So I'm working on that with all the staff members. So I am having a busy end of the year season.
This Saturday, 10.
Right, December 28th, 10:30 a.m. at Arirang.
All right.
Okay, that was a good
you.
promotion.
Okay, well, thank you for giving me the chance to share that. Anyway, the reason why we brought up this topic is because while year-end gatherings and celebrations have been the norm for a long time for many here in the country, it seems like our generation is doing things a bit differently these days. So the year-end picture looks quite different than the past, right?
It actually does. To be more specific, it's not just our generation who are refraining from over-celebrating the New Year's. People across a wide range of age groups are expected to keep this year-end gatherings at a low key. So if you take a look at the screen, according to sources from mBrain Trend Monitor, a platform providing consumer trends and key insights, 4 in 10 adults said they did not plan to attend year-end gatherings due to the political turmoil that started from early December here in Korea. If you think about it, this is quite a large portion, considering the festive season brings everyone together to celebrate, have nice food and drink, like Sang-hyuk said, and also to count down the New Year's to look forward to another exciting year.
Right.
And furthermore, out of those who are surveyed, they added that right now it doesn't actually feel like the year-end festivities overall, because the overall kind of year-end festivals have died down compared to the year before. So I think many youngsters are feeling this, and they've decided to wrap up 2024 on a quieter note, but just like reflecting on what they did, what they achieved.
What you're doing right now.
Exactly, and just looking forward to perhaps like a better year next year. Yeah.
Right, and I think many people, especially after the martial law declaration, they kind of are asking themselves or questioning themselves, is it right to hold these year-end festivities at a time when our country is struggling with political and social uncertainties? But it's not just the political turmoil that is actually causing young people to kind of cancel their year-end festivities, right?
Right. So it's not only the political situation that we're facing that is making a rather low-key year-end gathering atmosphere. So recently, the economic situation in Korea has been suffering greatly, and this is also leading to many people to refrain themselves from meeting with their friends and families.
Right.
In fact, 60% of the citizens responded that they feel burdened to dine out or go shopping since the economic recession is still severe. Also, 8 out of 10 respondents said they are planning to spend time with their family only or have gatherings that last shortly, such as only going out for dinner instead of going to cafes or bars after that. But it also turned out that MZers are also more willing to join with others and to hang out with others rather than those in their 40s and 50s. So this shows that the year-end gathering is still a norm in Korean society.
But we're seeing less of them because this year we saw everything becoming pricier, coffee and
Inflation.
then drinks, right, and food as well. So with fewer people planning group gatherings or large celebrations, there's no doubt that this change is not only impacting the consumers, but also business owners, that is industries and markets that traditionally see a big jump in sales during the season as people plan end-of-the-year parties. So how are businesses coping with this change, Sang-yeon?
Yeah, so businesses are also trying to address this kind of economic recession with their own efforts. So according to the actual report, the sales of micro business owners in the first week of December decreased by 9% compared to the same period of last year. So this means that self-employed workers would have undoubtedly experienced a drop in their business profits.
Right.
And like we mentioned in the beginning, the decline of economic indicators are due to current affairs in political circles. Many people actually cancel their year-end gatherings because of great uncertainties across nation due to the martial law declaration.
Right, and I also want to mention that the composite consumer sentiment index, it also dropped to about drop below 100, which shows that people have pessimistic views towards the economy. And this was actually the biggest jump for December. It was the biggest on-month drop since the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. So this has definitely had a big impact for business owners as well. Is there anything else you'd like to add, Kyun?
Right, so in terms of distribution industry, there is a huge surge in demand towards the end of the year through events like Pepero Day, which is 11th of November, where Korean people give each other these Korean chocolate-coated cracker sticks as a gift. And we also have Sunung, or the College Scholastic Ability Test, annually held on the third Thursday of November, and of course Christmas in December.
Right.
So, and on top of these events, the cold weather obviously makes people purchase winter coats and padded jackets, which are relatively more costly than summer clothes.
Right.
However, the economic instability has led to the decrease in domestic consumption, directly impacting various sectors, creating a bleak outlook into the first quarter of 2025. And like just what you said, Eugene, like people in Korea are very pessimistic about spending money, so they're refraining from, I guess, like more consumption, which is obviously not good for the economy.
And this is a reason why the government is actually encouraging people, or they are also running campaigns to really boost people to consume more and to boost consumer sentiment. But on a brighter note, after the passing of the impeachment motion against President Yoon following his surprise declaration of martial law 3 weeks ago, some worries seem to have eased. So bearing this in mind, several industries are seizing this moment to drive sales back, right?
Oh, that's correct. I remember the National Assembly Speaker Woo Won-sik announcing after the passing of the impeachment motion of President Yoon for everyone to go out and to celebrate the New Year's by organizing and even attending 회식, which is similar to like a company dinner, but in Korea it goes more than dinners. It goes to drinks and even 노래방, singing rooms, to help the owners of small restaurants and the general livelihoods of people. And in terms of tourism, many tourists cancel their flights to Korea after hearing the declaration of martial law over the news through fear and, of course, safety reasons. But as we saw from the recent weeks, the proceedings took place very quickly thanks to the resilience of the democracy here in Korea. So like people all around the world actually witnessed the unity of our country. And what we did was we showed the world that Korea is still a safe country to live in and of course to travel in, and it will continue to be a very safe and an entertaining cultural country to travel.
Right. And I also want to ask you, Sang-Young, are these efforts paying off? I mean, based on what you mentioned, we are kind of seeing these efforts paying off, but are we actually seeing domestic demand rebounding?
Yeah, so like you said, the economic indicators is gaining an uptick these days, and the business sectors are also trying to reinvigorate the economy. So the big three department stores in South Korea, such as Hyundai, Shinsegae, and Lotte, are striving to boost their sales with lighting events of their department store walls during their Christmas season. And when martial law was first declared, many business owners were concerned that foreigners would cancel their visit to Korea, including myself, because half of my clients are from overseas. But luckily, things worked out fairly well after the impeachment motion was passed. So after that, people started to go out again.
Hope we can see more in the new year as well. Now, going back to the year-end season, as we are only a few days left until the new year, we also asked our viewers how they're spending the end of 2024, and here's what 3 of them said. Our first comment for today is Cappuccino12. I always prepare special dinners for family and close friends at the year's end to celebrate our accomplishments and wish for a happy, blessed year ahead. BennyD97 will spend the year-end with relatives as he usually does every year since the end of the pandemic. His family loves spending quality time together and talking about what they want to do for the start of the year. Pakdaeon85 says, I'm gonna stay with my family, continue with my college, and work on my Korean language studies. Well, thank you all for our viewers for sharing your year-end plans, but we're gonna shift our focus back to how business owners are adapting to the changing year-end festivities. So to take a closer look on how they're navigating this situation, I talked to a young business owner from Korea to share his perspective.
연말엔 전달보다 한 20-30%가량 매출이 늘어나는 시기인데요. 비상계엄 사태 이후 소비 심리가 극도로 위축된 것 같습니다. 사회적으로 혼란이 있다 보니 생필품 소비나 소비도 늘어나고 사재기 현상까지 나타났다고 하지만 외식이나 여가에 대한 소비는 다들 줄이는 것 같습니다. 카페 말고도 다른 사업장을 운영하고 있는데 탄핵 소추안이 가결된 이후에는 약간의 매출 상승을 보이기는 했지만 작년에 비하면 연말 특수가 사실상 없는 셈이고요. 집회 참여도 많다 보니 실제로 소비를 할 인구가 줄어들었다고 생각합니다. 집회가 열리는 곳도 특히 여의도나 강화문 상권은 나눔이나 성견죄를 하시는 분들도 많다고 하는데 그 외 지역은 전혀 그렇지가 않아요. 실제로 강원도 내 카드 사용도 25%나 줄어들었고요. 작년이나 그 전과는 아주 많이 달라졌죠. 특히 식당은 회식도 많이 취소되고 작년 같은 경우엔 백화점에는 선물로 사는 사람들로 북적북적거렸었거든요. 개인적 소비는 줄여서라도 연말에 감사함을 표시하려고 선물을 사는 사람들이 많았는데 이제는 선물도 안 사는 것 같아요. 여행을 오는 인구들도 많이 줄어든 것 같고 송년회나 여행을 할 바엔 집회에 참여하겠다는 사람들이 많습니다. 자영업은 소비 의존도가 높아서 사회나 경제, 정치적 불안함을 더 직접적으로 느끼는 것 같습니다. 2017년 당시 탄핵으로 인해 소비 심리 위축이 1분기까지 이어졌기 때문에 지금 사태가 언제까지 이어질까 걱정이 앞서는 것도 사실입니다. 그래도 현재 상황이 빠르게 안정이 되고 경기도 좀 나아졌으면 좋겠습니다. 단순히 제 사업장이 잘 되기를 바라서가 아니라 모두의 삶이 평안하고 풍요로워졌으면 하는 바람입니다. 경기도 좋아지면 더할 나위 없고요.
Right, so hope 2025 is a better year for all those business owners out there. Now, back to 2024, it was undoubtedly a year full of events, even up until its final month, as we mentioned. And as we prepare to bid farewell to another year, what do you want to reflect on, or is there anything you want to recap from 2024?
Oh, besides how I want to end this year by just writing down what I really want to achieve next year specifically, I think how you end something really determines how you begin something in the next step. So I just want to end 2024 on a very high and a happy note to give me that extra positive boost starting 2025, because generally in Korea everyone's feeling a little down, but I want I want to live that kind of festive spirit to just look forward to a better year because I'm sure better things will come.
Right, 2025 will indeed be better. What do you hope for, Sang-yeon?
First off, I would really want to say that everyone did a good job coming to the end of this year, including you guys.
Yay!
And if your 2024 was full of pain, be mindful that it's just a trial for you to fully bloom in 2025. And next year, we also have many special events coming up. We have the APEC Summit next year, and next year is also the 80th anniversary of Korea Liberation Day.
Right.
Last of all, we have the many national holidays waiting for us, so that is a positive.
A long holiday.
Yeah, so everyone stay healthy and Happy New Year.
Right, Happy New Year, and so much to look forward to in 2025 as well, including News Generation. And that's all from us today, but News Gen will be back tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Korea time. Special thanks today to Park Ki-yoon.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, and Im Sang-yeon.
Thank you for having me.
Thank
as
you,
well.
and thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. We are News Generation.
네가 너무